Hey everybody, welcome back to our daily devotional series. We're going through the book of James. Yesterday we were in James 1 verse 3 and today we're in James 1 verse 4. Before quoting that verse, I'd like to talk about tempered steel. I'm told that when blacksmiths wanted to make swords to go into battle, they would take a piece of steel, heat it red hot in the furnace, take out a hammer that sword into shape, and then cool it down rapidly in water. They'd repeat this process over and over and over again to shape the steel and to strengthen the steel. Sometimes they would dip it in oil as a final process of cooling to allow it to be tempered. Now, tempered steel is very, very strong. It's also got slight flexibility so that when you're in battle and that sword strikes against something hard, the metal doesn't break. James 1 verse 3 speaks about perseverance, and it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance." Then today's verse, the following verse says this: "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." This analogy of the sword made of tempered steel is one that's in my mind today to understand God's actions in our lives and how He uses hardships and He uses trials. That sword goes through those three processes of the fire and the hammer and the water. And in a similar way, God wants to shape and mold our character. And so He puts us into the fire of trials and difficulties. And then only in the fire does that steel become flexible, or is it malleable? Can it be hammered into shape? So once we've been in the fire, very often we're much more open to God shaping us. And He does that sometimes with a hammer, sometimes just with His gentle love. But as those hammer blows rain down, we say, "God, I think I've had enough. Please, I don't want to break." And He says, "I'm not out to break you. I'm out to shape you." And then He dips us off in the water and things feel okay again. And we're like, "Whew, well, that was great." And then He says, "But you're not strong enough yet. You're not flexible. You're not tempered steel yet. So back into the fire, back into the hammer, back into the water." The blacksmith does not do this because he's evil and because he hates steel. The blacksmith does it because he wants to produce a sword that is strong for the battles ahead. And in the same way, God is shaping our lives and tempering our souls so that as we face more things that come up in our life, we won't break, but that we'll be resilient, that perseverance will finish its work, that we can be mature and complete believers with our faith in Jesus Christ. I hope you have an amazing day today. God bless.